In this video, I'm going through the Hattie plan with Chesmar Homes. This is over 2,700 square feet. We have 4 bedrooms, 3 full bathrooms, and this home is for sale at $515,000. Now, if you're coming from this model home walkthrough, welcome. This home is actually for sale to give you an idea of what's possible here with Chesmar Homes in Lariat. If you're not coming from that model home walkthrough and you want to see this home staged, then stay tuned. I'll definitely detail that later on in the video. What I love about this Hattie plan is how well this opens up in the main living area. You can actually even see this from the front door, that you just know it's going to be a wide open space. I love that tile in the fireplace. Love these windows that look out to that beautiful backyard. But what I'm going to start off with is going to be the kitchen. And by the way, if you want to see a backyard, I will show you some lots that Chesmar has in this community if you're more interested in building from scratch. Now, my name is Raj Safu. I'm a realtor in Austin, Texas, and I've represented clients with 19 different builders. So I'll give you my perspective looking at so many different builders and helping clients build from scratch and buy some of these inventory homes like the one that you're seeing here. Now, starting off in the kitchen, what I love about this kitchen is going to be the two-tone kitchen cabinet. So you have that dark cabinet on the kitchen island. And then I like this light brown color that I'm seeing in a lot of model homes that are new here. Let me know what you think about this brown color. I know your dark browns kind of went out, years ago. Now we're starting to see the browns kind of come back. So let me know what you think about that light brown color. We got a 5-burner gas stove top, an under cabinet vent hood. And I like these simple things, like the hardware on these cabinets. It has a little bit of a gold touch to it. And I think I'm seeing a lot of gold and that light brown color mixed with black. I think that's what you're seeing here with the kitchen faucet. It's above this single basin sink. You see the very dark kitchen island, and that all opens up into that beautiful living room. Now, we do have the dining on this side, great windows there. We're going to get to that in a second. I just wanted to show you the pantry, and then we'll head back into that main living room, dining, and then we'll head outside. But I've got to show you this. This is what I love about this kitchen. Look at all this cabinetry here that's away from the kitchen island and the gas stovetop. It just makes this kitchen, generally speaking, feel just very large because of all the cabinets on this side. I love the movement in this backsplash and all the different colors that are in there. That is fantastic. And then don't quote me on this. I believe this is Calcutta gold as the countertop. I may or may not know that because I put that in my own kitchen when we built our home from scratch. But I do believe that's similar. And this is going to be a good look at the pantry. It's actually a fairly good size because it does go all the way underneath the stairwell. Now, keep in mind, I know this is empty and there's no staging here, but you could certainly do some furniture in here or put something in this area for more storage. And that's what I would look at some of these homes that you walk that are empty. Oftentimes I find all the buyers that I work with, they fall in love with model homes, not because of the floor plan, but because of the staging and the decor. And those are things that you can do yourself, right? So sometimes looking at an empty home, it's tough to visualize, but I think you can get a very good idea when you match up this home with a home that's staged, which again, I'll show you later on in the video. It's gonna be the fireplace. And what I love about this fireplace is the modern fireplace that is horizontal. It's not like your mantle that comes out. I love the tile that they use here that kind of matches up with the light brown cabinets that were over there. It is definitely a different color, but I think there's some shades in that wood look tile, and maybe not wood look tile, just more like a straight tile that's matching up with that cabinet color. And they did wrap the sides as I'm showing you here. And then they did put this in a herringbone pattern just to add a very cool design element in here. If you can imagine, your couch is right here. You're sitting down watching TV, and off your left shoulder are all these windows that look out to that patio that has fantastic ceiling height as well. Now, before we head outside and I show you that, I want to just mention that what I love about main living areas is when you walk in, and you see right out those big windows that are on the back wall. And then you have a design element here with the fireplace. So you look right, and then your eyes want to look all the way here left into the kitchen and all the different design upgrades that are in there. That's fantastic. That's where when you have design items like this and big windows and tall ceilings, the feedback that I get from homes like that are people say, oh, that's way more, I thought that home was so much more square footage than it is. Like people will guess that this is over 3,000 square feet easily when we're just over 2,700 square feet. That's a good look at the backyard. And even though I think this is a good sized backyard, I like the privacy with the stone wall. I do believe there will be a home up there. So if you would prefer a view or backing up to a greenbelt, then check this out. And coming back into this yard, I just wanted to point out that you usually get a privacy fence on either side, and you don't always get a stone wall like this, but if there is a drop-off, which there is from that lot down to here, then they can't just leave that as a drop-off. So they build these stone walls, and that helps with drainage and funneling water to where water should go when it rains. Before I actually head back inside, I want to show you this. Love that ceiling height in this patio. That is fantastic. And I'm blinded by the sun. We're actually I'm shooting this in the middle of December, and it's 70 degrees and beautiful here. Now, I say that, and it's not always like that. It does get brutally hot here in the summer, but there are some ways around that. But we do have some beautiful winters, and it does eventually cool off from the summer where we get these days like this in the middle of winter where it's 70 degrees and beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna bounce around a little bit in this home because there's a lot to cover still here. We have the primary bedroom and bathroom on this side. What I like about this primary bedroom is, first off, good windows off the back wall. Love the ceiling height with the tray ceiling, which definitely does make a difference. And if you could just imagine having your bed on this side, waking up each morning and putting up those blinds and catching a skyline like that, fantastic. Moving on, we are going to head to the primary bathroom. And before actually we head there, I like these little nooks that sometimes builders will put in. You can put a different design element there, maybe like a statue or something, or artwork. Very cool. And then I like this primary bathroom where you do have a window that brings in some natural light right above this freestanding tub that just opens up the space. I do think this makes a difference. It does come with a cost if you're designing this home from scratch, but I think a lot of times that cost is well worth it. We have some dark vanities here with a dark countertop, and then everything else in this bathroom is very light and bright. The floor tile is very light and bright. You have this tile that they ran vertically in the primary shower that goes all the way up to the ceiling. I think it's fantastic. It's a good tile to do that with. You have a shower seat on this side. And then you have a commode all the way down there. But first, I actually want to show you this closet. Now, while we're in the closet, and then after this, we're gonna head to the dining room and then head upstairs, and there's still a lot to see in this home that's for sale. I did want to talk about what I was saying before. The summers are brutally hot, but there is a workaround. And the simple explanation for that is, I get so many people that call me and say, are the summers hot? And they're expecting me to say no, or you get used to it. And even though there probably is an element that you do get used to it by your second summer, but I don't think it's still enjoyable when it's brutally hot in the summer. And I don't want to get used to something. I want to live life, go outside, have fun with friends and family. And I think a lot of people during the summer, they have a couple things. First off, they can travel. So there's a lot of areas like Colorado is around a 2-hour flight. So Colorado is beautiful. Or you can double down on the heat. You can go to Mexico, and Texas is very accessible to Mexico. I think my wife just went to Mexico City for a weekend trip, and it was like an 1.5-hour flight, and it was just so convenient for her to go to Mexico City, have some fun there. And even I've gone to different parts of Mexico now that I've moved to Texas, which I've never lived in Texas before. My wife grew up here, but I grew up in Pennsylvania. My parents immigrated here from India. And, I feel like being accustomed to the heat's in my blood because I'm Indian. But I got to tell you, yeah, when it hits you and it's middle of summer and it's like that, it's nice to just get away and travel. And then also a lot of people have enclosed patios where they put these shades down in the summer. And that's really nice. You can bring out a fan or, some sort of cooling mechanism to make it feel a lot better. And that's how we deal with the summer. But I got to tell you, it is so worth it because I grew up in Pennsylvania. I don't ever want to do a winter again. This is worth it. I'd rather come out here and in the middle of December, it looks like this. That's fantastic. And also this game room is fantastic. So I've been talking about the weather and everything, but I'm sure you've been noticing we looked at the dining room, which was down there. And I want your perspective on this. So what do you think about this stairwell tucked in on the back of this home? I feel like this is very unique. A lot of builders double down on the stairwell, make it into like a grand entrance at the front door and do like a spiral staircase or something like that. But I think by tucking this in and getting those cathedral style ceilings in the living room, and take a look at all the windows that are here in this large game room, this is nice. I don't think I had this vision when I looked at this plan as a 2D floor plan, just like on a piece of paper. But this is great, especially with those windows off that wall. Now, full disclaimer on this specific home, they are building a home right next to it. So I don't know how close that home is going to be to these windows, but you can see that there's a bunch of guys down there prepping for that concrete slab. And by the way, that is a little bit of the guesswork that comes into looking at these various lots and trying to imagine what these homes will feel like when they're about to be constructed, but they're just a piece of dirt. And I'm going to get into that in a second, but I want to show you, there's a built-in desk area. I thought this was unique. It's still open to the living room. Game room. It has a lot of windows off this front wall, even those transom windows, which I think is nice. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. We just have a couple bedrooms and a full bathroom here. I'll do the full bathroom that has 2 sinks. And while we're in here, I did want to go back to what I just mentioned, imagining what a home looks like when you're looking at a bunch of lots. I think this is the biggest reason why people avoid new construction, because it's not, you see what you get what you see, right? That's what a lot of homes are on the resale market and inventory homes like this. You know what you're buying. You know what it looks like. You know where the towel holder is. You know how this door is going to feel. You know there's going to be a linen closet in here. You can see, touch everything, right? And sometimes that makes people feel good. And building from scratch makes people feel more worried. It's a little bit more anxiety provoking. And that's what I try to showcase to people because I'm not biased towards anything. If buying this home is right for you, then buy it. If building from scratch is right for you, let's go for it and let's do the work that it takes. Because oftentimes when you build from scratch, you get more of what you want. And this view that I'm showing you off the front of the home, I mean, there will be homes back there, but that hillside that's back there, those are some of the lots that you were seeing earlier in the video where I showed you one of the lots that you could build with Chesmar. I can't tell you how rewarding it is that if you just do some due diligence of lots, do a video tour of it. Sometimes when those lots are not cleared out and there's a bunch of trees, I have a drone where I put my drone up in the air. Sometimes my clients are out of state and I'm in one part of the city one day, but new lots just opened up. I'll get my videographer who I have hired and has done so many videos for me, and he'll go out and he'll get video footage of those lots and try to get a visual of what's out here. And oftentimes, it's not when the lots announce. I do get a heads up from these builders of when new lots are coming up, even though they're not supposed to say it because they want to sell what's in front of them. They can't tell you what's coming up. Otherwise, they'll have a lot of clients that are waiting to buy instead of buying what they have right now. I get that information because I have so many clients. And because of the volume I'm doing with these builders and the relationships that I set up with them, I don't work for them. I work for my buyers, and the builders want to work with me because they know I have educated buyers who are watching videos like this, understanding what plans exist, understanding that on this side of the 2-story, there's 2 bedrooms and a full bathroom, and that gives you privacy from this game room area. Different things that a lot of people need to explain when they start getting into floor plans, but I'm providing all this for you so that it helps you, and so that when we go to builders, they tend to give me and my clients more information than most people. Now, what I wanted to tell you, and I've kind of skipped over this is a big closet, and then this would just go to the attic. And you know it's going to go to the attic when you see a lock like this, because you do want to lock this, especially in the summer. You don't want kids playing hide and go seek in there. It's brutally hot in an un-air conditioned area. And my point in sharing all of that with you is that if you are overwhelmed by the amount of options that exist for new construction especially, and you don't know where you want to build, and you want more information on which builders are good, which ones are bad, which ones are trending in the right direction, which ones are maybe not trending in the right direction, definitely reach out to me. My number's at the bottom of the description of this video. I tour homes like this all the time to give value to you, but also to educate myself so that when people reach out to me, I know that the options that exist. When they tell me their criteria, I know what their top options are and what I can feature for them so that they don't have to run this marathon of going through all these different options that are out there. So again, my number's at the bottom of the description of this video. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, I do post videos for sale, but I post them first on my website. Now, my website's at the top of the description of this video. So if you want early access to videos like this of homes that are either for sale or are coming up for sale, because a lot of builders call me when somebody's about to break contract, but it takes a couple days for it to officially go through, well, they give me a heads up to try to get early access in on those homes. So take a look at my website at the top of the description of this video where you can find all homes for sale. And then finally, if you want to see another home for sale with Chesmar, go ahead and click on that thumbnail on your screen. As always, I hope this helps. Take care, everyone.